Huge decision looming, guys. We are getting ready for the Federal Reserve to meet. The FOMC meeting coming up tomorrow, right around 2:30. I'll probably be live for that, by the way. So, looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. And this Federal Reserve right now, they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place as this interest rate decision looms. Because before all these banks started collapsing, a lot of people had on their idea, the 50 basis point move was back on the table, right? And then the bank runs started happening. And now it's like, oh, wait a minute. What are we going to do, right? So forced to balance these consequences of the banking crisis and inflation that remains well above target, the Fed is expected to raise interest rates probably by another 25 basis points. This is something I said about a week ago. We'll see if it comes true when it releases its latest policy decision right around 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow afternoon. Now, this move would bring the Fed's benchmark interest rate to about 4.75 to 5%, the highest since 2006. Fed Chair Jerome Powell will hold a press conference right at 2:30 tomorrow to explain the Fed's decision. And there's no question that, this banking crisis, it's caused a really very tenuous, uncomfortable position for the Feds to be in right now. And during his semi-annual testimony before Congress in early March, Federal Chair Jerome Powell said strong economic data would likely push interest higher than previously anticipated. Now, of course, just days later, the 16th largest bank in the United States, Silicon Valley Bank, was taken into receivership by the FDIC, marking the second largest bank failure in U.S. history. By the evening of Sunday, March 12th, the Fed, Treasury, and FDIC had stepped into backstop deposits, essentially, at the bank, and in effect, deposits across the entire banking system. Regulators then seized Signature Bank on March 12th, and last week, the banking industry organized a de facto bailout of troubled lender First Republic. Shares of First Republic reached a record low on Monday as investors fear the bank will be the fourth U.S. bank this month to fail. Fourth U.S. bank to fail this month. Now, what's crazy is Bitcoin is flying. Bitcoin is up over 28K. Remember, to start the year, it was at 16.5. Crazy, crazy stuff. Ethereum's over 1,800. I think we could see a 30K Bitcoin, $2,000 Ethereum here still this month, as long as this trend continues. More and more people are opening up to the idea of cryptocurrency, I think, right now. Yes, there is some things at play, like an algorithm, just, as all this turmoil takes place, as the dollar, the value of the dollar goes down, crypto goes up. A lot of that is tied into an algorithm for sure. But there's a lot more than that. I think their sentiment is changing around cryptocurrency. I do. I think more and more people are looking at this and saying, wow, maybe this is why Bitcoin was invented in the first place. Okay. Now, let's talk about what will happen next FOMC meeting. That'll be in May. They won't have a meeting in April. Now, could we see a cool down period, a cool off period in May? We'll see. As Jerome Powell says, we'll follow the data, right? And we'll see what CPI comes in at as well. That will certainly have, something to do with it. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. I am, in terms of what I'm doing right now, I'm still buying a little bit of Bitcoin, Ethereum every single day. I've been doing that since April 2022. It's not financial advice, just kind of sharing with you how I've handled Bitcoin and Ethereum throughout this bear market. I made a decision in April of 2022 that I was going to start buying a little bit every single day, dollar cost average in a little bit more on the red days than the green days. And so far, that's really been a nice strategy for me. The average cost of my Bitcoin is right around 19K right now since I started that back in 2022. The power of dollar cost averaging when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think is really the way to go. And then then I'm looking for those altcoin gems, small caps, meme coins, community tokens, anything essentially out there that I see value in, and whether it's a short-term trade or swing trade or even a long-term hold. So that's how I'm playing it right now, guys. Oh, by the way, XRP is crushing it here, up 12%, one of the top gainers in the last 24 hours. That's been interesting to watch. So we'll be monitoring things. Appreciate you guys as always. Don't forget to subscribe right here to the channel, and huge decision looming tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We'll probably be live for it. So I'll be touching base with you ahead of that. We'll see you.